So does that mean we're streaming on YouTube and Twitch right now?
Yes. Oh, there we go. I see you live on Twitch now. And I'm
Okay.
going to bring up the live on.
You hear yourself through it? Probably.
No, well, probably, yes.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitch and I don't know how to see us. Let me, first of all, let me get that thing there.
Well, if I don't want you to be on Twitch. And the reason is now I know I told you to be on Twitch and now I'm thinking
Mom.
well, the problem is like your video is really delayed now.
Is it?
Maybe your Zoom video is like there's a big lag between what you're saying and I wonder if that's like a broadband thing. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna. How's mine? Do you see?
Oh my God!
Am I
there
coming
we are.
through?
I see us.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, now that you're streaming, I'm gonna mute you in Video Ninja.
Okay.
We can probably leave Video Ninja soon.
I want to leave Video Ninja.
The Twitch stream is like solidly behind us too.
Oh yeah, that's the nature of streaming. It's gonna be like that. Like there's gonna be a lag.
Lilith,
like that's how it works.
Nature of streaming.
I didn't mean to be condescending, Lilith.
Poor simple Lilith.
Hey now. Emily.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I'm killing Video Ninja, which means I'm not going to hear you anymore. So just anything you need to tell us, just tell us through Discord, please. Thank you.
Make sure before you kill me in Video Ninja that you open youtube.com/thetransverse and open that chat as well. Or I can just relay YouTube chat stuff to you if you want, whatever you want to do.
And we're going to go to that, and we want to pop out the chat. So we go to there. Live, there it is. Ba, 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 ba. There we are. It's beautiful. It's so exciting. Top chat. New time lights. Got it. It's beautiful. It's so exciting. Oh, I gotta mute that shit though. All right. Muted. I think. I don't know.
Oh, we've got 4 people. Well, maybe it's all of us. It's probably 4.
Okay. I got the chat for YouTube. Now I have to go get the chat for Twitch.
We're getting our streaming numbers up already.
Just us. If we have any
So
guests,
we're so good at
guests, get them all to
because
log
we're
in.
so just good at stuff. Let me move the chat to somewhere I can. So I've got. How am I gonna do this when I've only got my laptop screen when I'm in Detroit? I guess I'll have the TV.
I have a small TV for you. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a challenge. We're gonna have a. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. Okay, twitch.tv/thetransverse. Okay, I need to log in, right?
How am I logged in?
Come on. Oh, geez Louise. All right, so. What's my SMS code? 927. Don't say it out loud. Definitely don't say it on the stream, which I just did. If there is anyone watching this, we're just getting. This is like the preliminary tech nonsense. This is not the content. We're gonna give you much better content than this. Okay, I've got the properly muted. I love it. Pop up the video. No, stream chat. No. How do I pop up the chat? Come on. Oh, geez Louise. All right, so. Oh, I am coming through here. So how do I pop out? I just want to mute it. Mute. What's my SMS code? Oh, now is it YouTube that's coming through with that? Yeah, it is. I gotta mute that. 7927. Don't say it out loud. Definitely don't say it. I hear the stream somewhere. If there is anyone watching this, we're just kidding. This is like the preliminary text. Is that you, Emily, that I'm hearing through yours?
That was probably me. I just muted it because the YouTube.
Okay.
I hear
No,
Emily.
I hear you still, Emily. Yeah, but I'm still in Video Ninja. I haven't left. You said don't leave.
Oh. Well,
I'm just at this point.
Just soon, but I'm glad that you're still here. So
yeah, I'm trying to just find the Twitch. It's because this tiny screen and I don't know what I'm doing, and so I'm just trying. All I'm doing at this point is I just need to pop out the Twitch chat
and mute and pause the.
I did that.
Or the Twitch stream.
That I did. Chat pause due to scroll. So
great.
chat. Is it settings? Chat settings? Pause chat. Pop-out chat. Yes, it is. That's it. Okay, got it.
At the bottom of pop-out chat. There.
Proceed. Okay, so I got the Twitch chat, which means I can get rid of this.
What?
I've got the YouTube chat. I got the Twitch chat. Chat rules, no racism, sexism, all that stuff. Yes, got it.
All right.
I think I'm good.
Share test.
I think I'm logged in my Twitch channel though. I don't know if I'm coming through as the famous gamer girl, which is fine.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, put something in chat.
I need to be a follower of the Transverse to chat. So yeah, of course. There we go. Yeah, I'm the famous gamer girl in Twitch. That's what it is.
You can't be on the Transverse and not be a follower of the Transverse.
I don't know what I'm doing. I never do Twitch ever. It's like I don't ever like. Yeah, I'm like I explained. I'm a Gen Xer trapped in Facebook, like General Zod. I can't do anything. Hi, Lilith. How are you?
I'm doing great. How's everyone else doing?
I'm doing well. Okay, last thing is I'm just going to get...
That is me.
I'm going to get this going. I'm going to get the Discord going on.
That's me.
Over on my other screen. I'm going to resize these chats.
This is like the perfect level of chaos for the Transverse. This is
it is exactly right, and it's perfect for us. We're a great fit, I think. Okay, I've got Emily. I've got your chat. I've got your Discord. There's so much going on. This is so overwhelming. We need a director so bad. All right. I've got your chat, Emily. I've got Zoom chat and I've got Twitch chat. So how often I check it, including yours, I'll be glancing over periodically, but like I'm probably going to miss a bunch of stuff. And Emily, did we decide we're just going to do the chat, right? You're not going to try to do a conference call on our phones?
No. We'll just do through chat. And Lilith, just between the two of you, if you can watch chat when you can.
I've got the Transverse chat open.
And just look out for my messages.
More bass.
Chatting with you through the Twitch chat.
Okay.
Those are the kind of notes we're gonna get. More
Sayonara,
bass.
my dear.
I need that snare drum.
Bye, loves.
Bye.
I gotta get out of the Video Ninja.
Can I give you more of me on the monitor?
Wait, Emily, I think I still can hear you in here. Can you say something? Great, I can't hear you. It's wonderful. OMG, Lilith,
all this
hello,
stuff with me
hello.
playing- all this stuff with me playing with my hair is going out to
All
the
of it's going
I
on. This
know,
has
it's
been
all-
live for like 15 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't
whatever.
know.
Oh,
Time
thank God
is
I
a
didn't pick
time
my
is a
nose
flat
or
circle.
anything.
We're all fucked.
Jeez. Ugh. Ugh.
I'm not introducing ourselves yet because we aren't actually. I know we're here and we're
We are
live,
We're live.
but
Everyone's saying
we're
that.
not because the show doesn't start for 5 more minutes. So you have to wait for the show to start. I don't want to be impolite for people that decided to be like super ultra punctual because I'm like one of those people.
Hey,
Lilith, I bet you're like that, right? Like you're always exactly on time everywhere you go and everything you do.
I'm always 15 minutes early because on time is late. Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah,
That
that's
doesn't make any sense.
that's that family from
Did you
northern
hear that on
Wisconsin.
LinkedIn?
I heard that from Vince Lombardi. What are you talking
From
about?
Vince Lombardi,
Yeah, that's
your
some
old
Wisconsin stuff.
pal.
Yeah, my old pal Vincent K.
Oh,
Lombardi.
you and Vince go way back.
We go way back. My mom went to school with his kids,
I mean, wow. I mean, I
and
guess that's something,
they acted
right?
like
Yeah.
they acted like their dad was a god where they lived, and apparently,
I mean, he was.
was.
He was Vince
He was.
Lombardi.
It was Vince
And
Lombardi.
they presumably lived in Green Bay, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Trans people tuning in. So
I mean,
didn't come
I
here
don't
for
know
pro
that
football
there.
forecast. We don't need to hear about Vince Lombardi.
I don't know that there is a human being more revered in Green Bay, Wisconsin than Vince Lombardi. I don't think there is. Like
I think that the only one is town founder Stan Green Bay. You know, they named the town after him. Stan Green.
We have
Oh,
a great
Stan
show
Green
for
Bay.
you, folks.
Oh, all kinds of stuff like that coming up.
Yeah. These are just the preliminary jokes. These are bonus jokes. These aren't even in the show. These jokes aren't in the show.
There's just someone just wandered in, saw that we were playing.
Totally disregarded all the chat. I don't know if Emily's trying to talk. She's not trying to talk to me. It's fine. She's got nothing to say to me.
I think you hurt Emily's feelings when you said, "I can't hear you." That's wonderful.
I hope not. Because I meant it's wonderful for the stream.
It says it right here in the chat.
Well, because I didn't have the chat up to date.
Yeah. Hello, Dresden Media, and oh man, I'm gonna have to get like bifocals to like switch between this.
Don't get bifocals. I got a pair of glasses and the doctor suggested bifocals and I got them and I hate them.
Like, I do have a pair that I never wear.
Much. I wish I didn't have them. I want to smash them with a hammer. I hate looking through them.
So as people might be aware, I recently moved and had to get a new state driver's license, and I had to redo the eye test, and I did it with the glasses on, and then the lady was like, "Oh, do you wear glasses when you drive?" And I'm like, "No," and she's like, "We'll just redo the test without your glasses, and we'll just check it." I took my glasses off and I put my face down, and she's like, "Read the top line," and I was like, "HT." You know what? I'm just gonna wear my glasses when I drive from now on.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, you gotta.
I should wear my glasses. Like I passed the eye test still, but like when I put my glasses on when I drive, especially at night, I see way better.
Yeah.
Like, and I should do it all the time, and I don't. And I drive. One of my jobs is I drive children around for a living.
I mean, that's kind of important. That's
America's
most precious resource. Yeah.
They are.
I hope I'm pronouncing this right. It looks like it's Alectosaurus says hello.
Hi, Alectosaurus. I love that. Hello.
Yeah.
And a most sovereign lady. Hello. Hi, everyone in the chat. Oh, shoot. We're going to start in 1 minute. I don't know what that means. Yeah, 1 minute we're starting this show.
Oh, we got to be like professional all of a sudden?
I mean, why not, right? Like, I mean.
Why start now?
Let's see if we got it in us.
Are we just going to jump in, or are we going to do our usual like yammer yammer?
I mean, I feel like the usual yammer yammer is like
so catch up on.
So I don't know, because that's the thing is we've never done the live stream before.
Yeah.
So like, I don't really know what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
like, I guess we can talk about our plans because we
Yeah.
didn't do that.
Well, I feel like
Oh wait, we're live now. This is the
Okay,
show. This
okay.
is the show.
All
We've
right.
been live this whole time, but it is now
All
noon.
right. Okay.
And this is the live stream. You are here. Hey everybody. My name is Amanda Bonanza. This is okay, I'm putting in the right direction. That's Lilith Electra. I don't know, it might be flipped on the
You've
recording.
performed live before. Why are you so anxious?
I'm always anxious when I do anything for the first time. Like, I don't know. I maybe you're just such a professional that you don't get any stage fright anymore.
I don't.
I don't get stage fright. I wouldn't say I'm anxious.
I do have something anxious tomorrow. So I've been taking that writing class.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, when we started, they're like, "There's gonna be a class show," and I'm like, "How are you gonna have a class show for a writing class?" We had to write a scene, and they've got actors from some of the other improv classes, and they're gonna do a live reading of the scene I wrote.
That's wonderful.
So I'm a little nervous, but I think it's a funny scene. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you would be nervous because you haven't done that thing before. But of all the things to be nervous about, I mean, you don't do anything. You already wrote it.
They're gonna boo the actors, not me.
Yeah. Everyone else is gonna do it. You're just gonna sit there and be like, I hope people don't hate this, which I can see could be nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it is. And the other thing is, it's like a TV writing class, and I've been working on this idea the whole time. And by the time we got to the writing the scene, I hated the idea, and so I went with my idea from like 2 months ago about you and I solving crimes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wrote like a scene from that. And
what's that show called again?
It's Unnamed Vanity Project, right?
Unnamed Vanity Project. That's perfect for us, I think.
Hey everyone who's in the chat. A most sovereign lady has joined us.
Yes, she has.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know if we finished. I'm Amanda Bonanza. That's Lilith Electra. I think we stopped because I was introducing you and I got mixed up by pointing. I was pointing and then we just went and started talking about scripts.
Pointing is rude.
I mean, in this instance, I don't feel like it was, but who am I to tell you how you feel? I'm so sorry if I hurt your feelings.
No, it took me like half the run of our old show for me to stop pointing the wrong way.
I know I point the wrong way
and
all
so
the
I've
time.
Stopped
still,
pointing. I've stopped.
I know it's probably smart to stop pointing.
Yeah.
I know Emily is doing all the talking on the Twitch chat, and I really appreciate that because I need to quit looking. I need to look over there once in a while to catch something, but like I don't know. Like I said, it's like there's so much going on. Usually, I just like my standard method of operation is to not do multiple things at once. I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, I like to focus, and luckily, like I can see when the chat moves, so I'll quick.
You take your Truby.
Emily says pointing is rude as well, so
she is right. She's right.
Yeah.
Hey, the Alexis Project.
You know what? I do like the kind of easing into the show. So I did have something because you're staying with me for like a month.
Yeah, I'm going to Detroit in less than a week, and I'm going to stay with Lilith. That's great.
So we were looking at like, what are some cool things we could do? What do you think about? And feel free to say no. Yeah, we could do it without you some other time. There are several places in Michigan that are like state protected light zones. So you can go up.
Zones.
You can go up and there's no like ambient light.
See the stars. Yeah. Oh,
so
that's great.
We can go and like spend like 2 or 3 nights out there in like a cabin or whatever.
Sounds fantastic. I want to do all that so much. There's so much. Like I know it's crazy because I'm coming for like a month. Yeah. But I feel like we're not going to get to do all the stuff that I want to do.
Anything.
Like, what's that?
We're not going to get to do anything.
No, we're going to do a bunch. Like I've got because we got to go to that 8-story library or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, the
we have to go to that crazy bookstore. And I promised these 2 girls, hey, I don't know if they're watching. They said they might be watching. Hey, Regina and Connie, if you're listening, I am talking to Lilith right now about going to that bookstore that you want me to take pictures of.
Oh yeah, I've been to, I think if it's the bookstore I'm thinking that I think I've been there. It's like downtown, it's like 5 stories and it's got yeah. Oh, it's fabulous.
Yeah, that's why I want to go. Is there a cat in there?
I mean, there's a lot in there.
Is one of the things in there a living cat?
Let me explain this to you. I don't know if you ever lived with a cat. A cat can be somewhere and you can be totally unaware of its existence.
That
I own a
is
cat.
true. So you
I own a
don't
cat,
know
and
is what
10
you're
hours a
saying. You
day,
did
I have
not
no.
see a cat.
It never leaves the house. I cannot tell you right now where it is. I have not seen it since I woke up this morning.
Oh, that's too bad. I
Yeah,
like your cat.
we're thinking about getting another cat, another black cat.
Yeah.
We
You
went
think
to a
Fear is going to
place.
be okay with that?
Fear's going to learn to be okay with it.
Yeah, you guys, what choice does he?
Yeah. As soon as he starts paying the
Like,
bills, as
you
soon as
could
he starts
ask
paying
him.
the
You could
bills,
be
he can
like,
start
"Hey,
having a say in it.
how do you feel about another bud? You know, like, how do you feel about this?"
What would you feel about us getting a cat that actually liked us? Huh? You know?
I think Fear loves you, and I know he does.
He
You
shows his
can't
love
trick
like
me.
I do.
You can't trick me.
He doesn't wanna get involved.
Well, he's not super affectionate. I understand that. Hey, so what's in store for us today? This is the show. This is we're on the show. This is how we do.
Anyone who's watched like the stuff, we edit this stuff a lot. I mean, we're gonna be here for the
A
next
lot of
7
it goes
hours.
into the Patreon stuff
We're
too.
gonna
So
be
if
here
you want
for
to join
7
our
hours.
Patreon,
Yeah.
I don't. Oh, I should get up the notes. Oh shoot, I should get up the copy so I can. Hang on. You might see something on the screen. Disregard it. Yep.
Emily, I am also
There
sick
it
of
is.
these
I got rid of
bookstores,
it.
these bookstores and their taxidermy cats. It is insane. It's like, why do you have a tax? It's a bookstore. I've been there. There's probably mice. You probably just let a couple cats go through and clean that stuff up.
Yeah, I would imagine there's definitely mice in a bookstore in
Yeah.
Detroit. Yeah, I just no way around it. That's what
What's
the
that?
cats are for.
What's that in Detroit thing mean?
Because different places have different climates, and mice are more inclined to be in different climates than they are. There aren't mice in Southern California where I live. They just aren't here. Like, that's why I said that. Because here, there aren't mice.
Coastal
No one has
elites
mice
over
here. Like, there aren't
We
rats
don't
here. There's
have
lizards
mice.
here. Do you have a lizard problem in Detroit?
Do you have a lizard
No,
problem?
you don't
in
have a
California?
lizard problem.
Is there
I
a
wouldn't say it's a problem. When you see a
Okay.
lizard, you get pretty excited. You're like, "Hey, bud!" It's like scampers off, runs up a wall.
Is that where all the death claws come from in Fallout?
They come from wherever. I don't know. I don't know. They come up from New Vegas, I guess. I don't know. I don't know
Vegas.
enough about the lore to know where the death claws came from. They never, to my knowledge, and I'm a thorough Fallout player.
Yeah.
I have never noticed that they ever explained. They might have done it because I jumped in at Fallout 3 is where I started. So I didn't play 1 and 2 or any of the stuff or
No
the
one did.
Battle for Anchorage. No, some people did. There's like diehard.
I mean, some people did, yes.
Yeah,
but
some people did, but everyone kind of started at either like 3 or like New Vegas, right?
it's like Grand Theft Auto 3. It's like, yeah, there were ones before, but
I played the first. I played the very first Grand Theft Auto, and I
Oh.
loved it.
I love
for
Grand Theft
PS1,
Auto.
yeah, for the PSX or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it was so crappy. It looked like such garbage. It was like all the top down. It was just top down, and you couldn't see anything. But like I loved. I was like, oh shit, this game's awesome. And then it turned into what it is now, and it was just like, oh. 6 is coming out soon, I think.
I mean,
which is
soon.
Yeah, soon. Like 5's been out for like, I don't know, 12 years, and they're still selling stuff. It's like,
I have nephews younger than Grand Theft Auto.
yeah, there's like children that started playing that in like grade school that are now graduated from college.
That are now in prison for Grand Theft Auto.
They're now devs. They're devs for Grand Theft Auto 5.
They did it.
They got a job.
I don't think the
we got a donation. Thanks. Thank you, Louise. Thank you so much.
I don't think the bookstore's cat is a Schrodinger cat. I think we'll just ask about it when we go there. They're very friendly people.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll talk to us. Yeah,
the cat probably won't. The cat does not want anything to do with us, but the people who work there are very friendly.
That's good. That's good.
I mean, you work at a bookstore. How could you not be friendly?
I mean, I could see how you could not be friendly working in a bookstore because you don't like people and you like books instead of people. I've met, but wouldn't work in the front.
You're thinking about like corporate. You're talking about like Barnes and Noble. If you work at a Barnes and Noble, I totally get that. But if you work at like an
No, I'm not
independent
talking about
bookstore,
nothing. I'm talking about like the people that tend to be there. There's a certain cross section of what you would call bookworms that are pretty antisocial people. I don't mean that in any sort of diss or anything like that. They're just not necessarily gregarious, outgoing people. Like, and of course, it's not all people that read books. Like, but wait, yeah. Oh, Emily's got a story. Lilith's reading it. I
yeah,
can't.
yeah,
I can't. I don't. I have. We
yeah.
have to do the show. I can't be just reading the chat. It's so interesting. I'm sure. I'll never know.
Is like the show. The show is just a construct to get us to here. Like
Right.
this interaction is the show. Like that.
Maybe that is, but I still don't want to just be staring at another screen reading. Like, I mean, I feel like that's not the best way to do things.
Well,
I don't know, let me know in the chat. I won't see it.
What's the name of the book, Emily? That's what we want to know. She's going to type the name of the book and it's going to be something we all read and all had a connection to, and that's just going to be the end of
Art
everything.
of the Deal.
I remember when I was 12 years old, I read The Art of the Deal.
More like Fart of the Deal.
It's called Runaway
That
Robot.
one's for free.
That's the name of his presidential diaper brand. Fart of the Deal diaper.
Yeah, Fart of the Deal.
Runaway Robot. I'm not sure if you've ever read Runaway Robot.
I never read Runaway Robot.
Yeah. The only book I've read multiple times is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I read that. I read that like every year.
I used to watch it every year, and I stopped watching it. I wouldn't mind watching it again. It's so fucking good.
I have it. Oh my god.
We'll watch. Yeah, let's get high and watch.
Content warning. I was about to say that, but I was going to say content warning first.
Content warning. We get high sometimes.
But
yeah.
Is
weed hard to find in Detroit?
What?
Is weed hard to find? Like, is it legal there?
Michigan actually does more in weed sales than California.
I don't believe you at all.
You'll get here. You'll get here and you'll see.
No,
you'll get here and you'll see.
No, I'm not going to see.
You are.
I'll see. If you think people in Detroit and in the state of Michigan who has significantly less people in the state of California who all smoke weed.
Okay.
like if you're going to tell me that the entire state of Michigan buys more weed than just the city of San Francisco alone, my head will spin around.
Emily in the comments made a good point. People in Michigan need it more.
We all need our weed.
No, we need it more. So here's the thing.
Can you get it at the store? Or do you have to go through a weird dude?
We can walk. There's a place like a block and a half from my house where you can walk and get weed.
Excellent.
Yeah. But I know you don't like edibles. When we
don't
went,
like edibles.
Oh my god. My boyfriend Adam bought weed Cheetos. Oh, they're so good. So good.
It's kind of awesome, but like that's terrifying because I know how I am with regular Cheetos. I don't stop eating them.
Milligrams. I had like 2 Cheetos and was like gone.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't want my weed food to also be snacktacular. It's like it's like that sounds like a horrible like vicious circle. It's like you're eating the weed and it's a snack, so you're getting the munchies, so it makes you eat
hold
more.
on. I have to. We're gonna end this weed conversation right here, but Emily says
never talk about weed. It's crazy.
Emily says makes sense. People in Michigan need weed more, and I'm like, yeah, I'm on board. Next comment. They do freaking live in Michigan after all, with like a laughy face. Michigan is great. Stop.
Yeah, Michigan's awesome. I love Michigan.
Full stop.
Yeah.
On November 6th, when I'm in Canada in like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do.
I could swim to Canada.
I don't think we'll have to swim. We'll be able to go across the bridge for at least the first month. We'll have like 3 months to sort out what to do.
uh,
Uh,
all right. I already saw the. Wait, first of all, two things. One,
Two
like
things.
45 minutes ago, when we were setting things up, you said there was a
Yeah.
review you wanted me to see, or was that the.
No, because I was okay. So for those of you that weren't here for the tech run, like we were trying to get everything to work in the software that we use to make this look halfway decent. And one of the things we're going to do, so we do a show called Culinary Delights, and we're going to do that today. We're going to do it live. We're going to do it with all of you, and you get to see all the extended version because I added a lot of that stuff out. So you're gonna see it, but it involves a PowerPoint, presentation, and it's great. You'll love it. And you can watch it on the Transverse. It's on the Transverse right now. The episode that's up is Sloppy Joe Meatball Bake, and it's terrific.
And we're gonna
strongly
make
recommend.
We're gonna make that next week when you're here.
We are gonna make the meatballs. We're gonna cook so much like that. All I'm thinking about is how much, like, because I just want to be, because I'm not gonna have to go to a job, and you're still gonna have your job, and I'm gonna just have. I just want to be a little kitchen wench. Can I just cook all day long every day and just make you all the food?
Yes. Just don't mess with my sourdough starter.
No, I would never. You're gonna do all the breads.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cheat on my diet so badly. I'm on like a keto diet and I hate it, but I found like a hack, which is like you can get like these supplements that are like carb blockers. So like you take them and you can still eat carbs. You can't like go crazy, like eat a loaf of bread, but like, yeah, I mean, you can't just eat carbs, but then you can have like a little bit and still like not get as fat.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm a heavy girl and it's okay and I'm proud of it. But, I think we all want to lose. I think it's just inherent human nature when you're as an American, you want to lose weight. You just do. We're all overweight.
I'm just jumping back between YouTube and the transfer, like all the streams and all the comments.
You're looking at the chat.
Say hi to Louise. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
so
let's
we're talking about culinary delights.
Show?
Let's just do a culinary delight.
Do we want to jump into culinary delights? Because the other thing that should we talk about the other thing that we do?
What's the other thing we do?
Well, we're not going to do a Who's That Turkey today. That'll be next week. Yeah. But today we do another show that's also out on the Transverse. Some of you might have watched it, which is called Transition Tuesday, and that's where we answer questions about the transgender experience, what it's like. And there's, in all fairness, like we're not like experts, like neither of us are doctors, but we know what we've gone through, and so a lot of people have questions about it.
I mean, I'm interested. I'm interested because if we're doing this live, people can comment in the chat and tell us.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping this catches on, and that what's going to end up happening is like we're just going to be answering a bunch of questions.
But I would also say if you have a question that you'd like answered on a future, podcast or telecast or whatever we're calling this, you can drop it in the comments and we'll save it. We'll make it like an episode in the future. But yeah, we'll do that. I got a good question for today. We'll do that next. I always like to start with the fun stuff.
You can always send us also an email at media@thetransverse.net. I'm sorry, .net. Ooh. I know. I have to get my.
You're gonna get us fired.
Media@thetransverse.net. I've got my like links copy, and like I mentioned Patreon earlier. It's patreon.com/thetransverse. If you want to subscribe to that, that's awesome, because then you'll get like. We've got a bunch of outtakes from various stuff we've done over the years. So if you like this absurd banter, there's plenty more there.
Also, someone in the chat mentioned flying to Canada for some bud. You just have to come to Detroit. If you want to come to Detroit, there's a place a block and a half from my house. Come over. I'll make dinner and we'll walk over and we'll get some bud.
I cannot recommend taking an illicit substance across an international border. I don't think that's a wise decision. Cross state lines is Yeah, just go to a state that
Because
sells it.
you can buy mushrooms in Windsor, but obviously getting back. So that was the
You get
thing. I
those
was
in
like, we
Portland.
got to
Yeah,
get
you
there
can
when
get
they
like everything
open.
in Portland.
We got to get there when they open first thing in the morning.
They're
Take all
just
the
like
mushrooms,
out.
then drive back to Detroit and have our day at the art museum.
Yeah, you're right because we can't. You're right because we
Yeah.
can't.
I mean, I do
Yeah, we
have
can't.
some, so we're fine.
Yeah.
Content warning.
We'll figure it out because that
Content
was the
warning
thing. Is
for
like, yeah. Well, we have to figure it about like when we're gonna go to Milwaukee too, because my friend
yeah.
Brian like is super pumped and he wants to see us and like he's setting it up with a bunch of people I haven't seen in forever, and so it's like, man, I get to see.
They're excited to see us. I mean, they're excited.
I mean, yeah,
they're
I
excited
mean,
to see you.
they're he's more excited to see me because he's my oldest friend, but like
Yeah.
he's also excited to see you too. Yes, he knows of you.
Okay.
He's seen the shows.
Okay.
He knows who you are. You're
You see the
Lilith
show,
Electra.
he still wants to talk to me.
He very much wants to talk to you.
All right. Well, let's do this.
Should we do so? We do question or we do culinary delights?
I want to do the culinary delights first.
Okay, let's do culinary delights first.
Yeah, because I
right,
saw it and now
I
I'm
got
excited
blurry.
about it.
Oh no, this happens sometimes.
You're not
There
blurry
we
on-
are.
you're
That's
not blurry
better.
on Twitch.
Okay, so in order to do culinary delights, I have to make sure I'm ready. And I think I am. You're not supposed to see that, but you did see it. Yeah, okay. Don't pay any attention to that. There's going to be some tech humps.
It's okay.
But that's all right. So, culinary delights then?
Yeah.
All right. In 5,
You don't
4.
we still do it down like
No, we're still doing the
live.
content. We're live, but this is for the recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's very
And
it
it's
just
just
seems
funny.
very weird
It's
to me.
just
It is
funny.
it is kind of funny. I'll give you
it's
that.
endearing. In 5, 4, 3. Ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, welcome to Culinary Delights, the cooking show where two Midwestern moms provide you with recipes to feed your hungry boys that don't break the bank, that are very easy and cheap to make, and that your boys are going to love and they're going to eat it all up. I am Amanda Bonanza, and that is Lilith Electra. Welcome, Lilith.
Hey. Well, this is very unusual.
Yeah, what do you,
It's so
it's
weird.
fell right apart.
I just
You
popped that balloon. I
you
just popped that
lied to
balloon.
me
Yeah.
because you said you don't get stage fright.
It wasn't stage fright. I'm ready to go.
Hi, everyone. This is Culinary Delights. This is
Hi,
the
everyone.
show. All right, Lilith, are you ready to eat a delicious meal? But you're not going to eat it. You're
I'm not
just
gonna
going to
eat
hear about it.
It's gonna be a feast.
Are you going to hear about a delicious meal?
Yeah, I am super ready for this. I like I said, spoiler alert, I saw the title and I feel like
You
I know
weren't
some of these.
supposed to. You were
I know,
supposed to
but
memento that shit.
you know, I
Oh, I said a swear. I'm sorry. We try not to swear on Culinary Delights. I don't like
just
to
on
swear.
Culinary Delights. Everything
Just on
else,
Culinary Delights. No swearing. No
ding
swearing.
dang, it's a ding dang free for all on the other shows.
It's a this is our wholesome show. It's a wholesome show. It's fun for the whole family.
It's fun for the whole family.
Which means no one really likes it that much.
Somebody like that.
The translation for what that phrase means, it means it's not that good.
All right.
But our show is good. Culinary Delight's a great show. Here we are. We're in it. We're doing it.
Yeah.
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 Do you want to see the recipe? Should we just jump
I'm
right into this
dying to
recipe?
see the recipe.
Are you dying to share this recipe? Okay, I gotta share
Yeah.
my screen.
Yeah.
I gotta do it like this. So this is the one.
I'm
There it is. It's a
23 minutes in and we're
Grandma's
starting the show.
sunshine salad, but I gotta make this the right size too, because this has to be proper.
That's like a record for us. This is the fastest we've gotten into one of the shows.
Oh, I didn't get it right because I didn't zoom the window right, and I gotta still talk about it.
I mean, it looks great. It looks great on the old Twitch stream here.
That's what it's supposed to look. Is great.
Yeah.
You can see us and everything. Okay, good. So tech stuff out of the way. Okay, this is a recipe called Grandma's Sunshine Salad, and we all love Grandma's cooking, especially. I don't know when this was from. This is probably this is one of those. I don't know that I need to do much more about than just it's Grandma's sunshine salad. Let's just leave it at that.
I'm just gonna guess that this has.
Yeah, I want to hear what you guessed.
It's gonna have like a can of Dole mixed fruit.
It does have canned fruit.
It's gonna have pistachio pudding or some sort of Cool Whip in it.
I'm not gonna say it. You were
It's
gonna
gonna be
get
a
to the
great side
ingredients.
for our meat for our sloppy Joe meatballs. Oh, someone did ask about my snake tattoo. I have never named my snake tattoo. I just I got this tattoo. I saw an artist rendition of Lilith, and she has a snake wrapped around her arm, and it supposedly whispers knowledge into her ear. So I got that. That's the story behind that. It does look dope though. So if someone's not ready for that, I'm just like, looks dope. That's all.
I lost track of everything.
That's all right. We're just going to the next slide. That's it.
Next slide.
Next slide.
Oh, I gotta get it working. I gotta get that working. I gotta get that up. There we go. Next slide is how. I guess I can just do that. No, that's not working. See, this is the fun tech part. This is my favorite part. This is the part here. There it is.
This is where we edit.
This is what gets cut out. This is behind the scenes. The fourth wall has come down. Okay, here we go. Grandma's sunshine salad. Here's the next slide. So it's from Simply Recipes.
Oh.
This is Grandma's. Yeah, we love Simply Recipes. Yeah, it's great. This is Grandma's Sunshine Salad brought to us by Elise Bauer. This was updated on October 24th, 2023. That was the latest patch of Grandma's. That's the latest patch. There were some bugs. Debs came in.
Carrots?
There's some overlap.
Carrots? What?
You got ahead.
I've got to get myself mentally prepared for
Lilith
this.
got ahead and she read the intro. Here's a cheerful stroll down memory lane. This retro sunshine jello salad recipe with lemon jello, grated carrots, and crushed pineapple will be the sleeper hit at your next potluck. It sure will. I know my boys are going to love this. Lilith, what do you think?
Grated carrots? Come on. Who
doesn't want carrots and jello?
That was the update. That was the update because this sounds like a classic recipe that
they patched that in.
They're like
they added the carrots. Like they were like, you know what this sunshine jello salad needs is carrots.
Simply Recipes is in the back pocket of Big Carrot, and they're adding carrots to everything, and it's the worst. Carrots are fine on their own. You don't need to sneak. Here's the thing with vegetables.
Don't put carrots in any food. I never put carrots.
Kids don't.
I don't put them in soups. I don't put them in pasta sauces. I don't use carrots.
Hold on. Kids don't
only eat them.
Kids don't like vegetables because most of the time adults don't know how to cook vegetables. And you can. I'm gonna make a carrot dish while you're down here, and you're gonna love it. And but you don't have to put them in your jello. There's no grandma putting grated carrots. First of all, no grandma is grating carrots. Get out of here. Get out of here, Elise Bauer. You're a liar.
Realistically, they probably used pre-grated carrots.
Oh, well, now,
almost
the most American thing ever.
And why do you think a grandmother wouldn't grate carrots? Why are you coming from that strange point of view, in my opinion?
Grandma don't care about nutrition. That's why mom and dad are always fighting with grandma, because grandma's like, you want cake for dinner? And like, yeah, I'll have a cake for dinner.
Grandma. All butterscotch candy and Werther's. Grandmas care about nutrition. This is making her preposterous.
Elise Bauer is trying to find a way to put grated carrots into your butterscotch hard discs. It's gross. Oh. All right, I'm prepared.
Emily says carrots are America's new corn. I don't know what that means. Have some pop carrots.
Yum. Carrots are
How
the
do
new
you grade
popcorn.
carrots? Maybe a C? Asks Louise Richardson. Like, no, A. I love carrots. I think
I
I'll,
I love carrots as long as they're not in my Jello.
I'm just saying, I think she's just asking in general. And so
Yeah.
what I'm going to say is this. So I have found that throughout the course of my life that when I get those cravings where I just want to munch on something and I can't figure out what I want, and like I look in, it's like I don't want potato chips, like I don't want like pickles, like I always want pickles, but like
Yeah.
I don't want the popcorn, like I don't want to just there's nothing I can think of seems appealing, but I know I want something.
Yeah.
What that something usually is a carrot. And if I eat a carrot, it like satisfies all of that. It's got like the sweet and the crunchy and it just feels good. And carrots are delicious. And so I'm gonna grade carrots an A. Plus they're filled with vitamin A. So there you go.
I feel carrots, grade A vegetable as well. I will
Yeah,
say
A
though
too.
that if I went through the same checklist you did, I never make past potato chips. They're like, do you want potato
Now
chips?
you're like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah, I
like,
want potato chips.
I do want these
I do
potato
want potato
chips.
chips.
I
Dill
do
pickle
want
potato
potato
chips. Yes, I do
chips.
want dill pickle potato chips.
Well, it's going to be a sleeper hit at our next potluck. Let's find out more.
I seriously.
Years ago in the 60s, my
Oh,
grandmother came to live with us. So we need context here because so like already this is an old person. Like because they were there in the 60s. So like that I hate to break it to you that
this
you're
lady's
officially
lady's
old if
not.
you were alive in the 60s. That is
This woman is not with us anymore. This is a posthumous homage to grandma.
okay. Well, I don't know because she says her grandmother came to live with them in the
In the
60s.
60s, she was already a grandma.
No,
That's another 60 years.
Incorrect. You are missing. You are inferring all this wild shit. And
Years
swears.
ago,
Sorry.
years ago, in the 60s, my grandma came to live with us. So in like
Yes.
1965,
My grandma came to live with us in the 60s.
she was already a grandma in the 60s. It is now 60 years past that.
So are you talking about like the salad originator grandma?
No,
Which grandma are you talking about?
Like
I'm talking about the author of this article.
Well, obviously, the author of the article is still alive. She just wrote the
That's
article.
what I'm saying. Like like is that not written by
I'm
a
saying
ghost?
the grandma is no longer with us.
Well, that's almost certainly true. My point was I'm making was that exactly in a roundabout way, which was that this is a grandma from the 60s, and so that's like pre-World War II generation. That's World War One. Like that's they were cooking through the Great Depression.
Well, that's why you're putting carrots in your Jello.
That's why you're putting carrots in your Jello, because that's what this generation did. They ate some wild stuff. Like they would put I mean, like like they definitely were smoking filterless cigarettes the whole while. That definitely was happening.
This grandma made Jello with carrots and then oatmeal raisin cookies. I don't like this at all. This is just keeps getting worse.
Years ago in the 60s, my grandmother came to live with us. She loved to bake, especially oatmeal raisin cookies and lemon meringue pie. My grandmother also made lemon meringue pie, and I make lemon meringue pie for my dad because he loves it.
Because he loves it. So because he okay.
Yeah, I don't eat lemon meringue pie. Lemon meringue pie is disgusting. It's terrible.
It's disgusting.
She also loved to make Jello salads. Well, who doesn't?
It's an oxymoron if I've ever heard one.
As kids, we loved Jello in all flavors. Okay, that tracks. Who were we to wonder why my grandmother put things like cucumbers, horseradish, carrots, and or pineapple in with the Jello? Who were we indeed?
Who are we to question?
I just hearing the Who song.
Who are we?
Yeah, it's like the grandma was like, "Here's your Jello," and the kid looked at it and then just heard.
Here's the thing. She lists these things: cucumbers, carrots, pineapple. I've seen almost all of that in Jello. Who is just putting horseradish
You get that
You just like grating
spicy
a fresh
Jell-O.
horseradish.
wasabi, some Reaper peppers.
You sure your grandma should have been living with you and not in a professional place where they could take care of her? Horseradish in Jello?
It's a thing.
It's
a
not a
I came
thing.
across some like this was a rabbit hole, girl. Like let's talk about this because one of her favorites was a Jello salad made with carrots and crushed pineapple. Foreshadowing. I had all but forgotten this salad until I met a woman at the counter at Logan Airport. Where's Logan Airport? Do you know? Who knows where Logan Airport is? Tell us in the chat.
It's in
Heard that.
Boston.
Boston? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Boston. Oh, Emily says Chicago, but I think Boston is right. Chicago's O'Hare.
Chicago's O'Hare.
Well, they probably have two airports in Chicago though, don't they?
Yeah, but O'Hare's the only one worth anything.
O'Hare's the only one.
Logan is Boston. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a Bostonian woman. Or she was traveling through Boston. Okay. She had a layover.
Wait,
we can't infer that.
See, this is pushing all my buttons because there's something I can't stand is people who just start talking to me when I'm out doing something. And so this lady is at the airport and she's at the counter. And this lady just starts, she just out of nowhere is just like, have you ever had Jello with carrots grated into it?
Different times. This is an airport in the 60s. So there were like 5 airplanes in the world.
They were smoking on the airplanes.
They were smoking, and it was like so. This woman's probably exceptionally rich too, because you had to be pretty much a millionaire to fly on a plane in the 60s. Well, maybe because she'd forgotten about the recipe. I've got my timeline all over the place. This is getting all screwy.
I mean, it feels like
a woman at the counter at Logan Airport who told me about her favorite Jello salad called a sunshine salad. This is it. Grandma's salad. It's the sunshine salad. It was building up to that moment. I don't feel like I delivered it great.
It's okay. I mean, we're dragging people kicking and screaming to this recipe right now.
The Alexis Project says key lime pie. That's where it's at. Agreed. Key lime pie is fantastic. One of my favorite pies. Yeah.
I love like the tart and the sweet. So like key lime. Strawberry rhubarb pie.
Oh yeah,
I'm down with that. Yeah,
I like the chocolate ones too, like banana cream and banana chocolate pies, and a good pecan pie. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really a big pie person.
Yeah, Adam's favorite is pecan pie. I can make a pecan pie while you're visiting.
I mean,
with some homemade whipped cream. Really do it.
Oh yeah, I make a heck of one of those too. But I love you. We'll do we're going to do so much. We're going to eat lots of pies, y'all. This is Grandma's salad. Let's move on. Here it is. Grandma's sunshine salad. I know you think that's outrageous.
Total time is 15 hours.
That's 8 hours is just prep time. That's getting ready to make the salad.
She's making the Jello from scratch, like getting the horse hooves
exactly. She has to wait for the horse just to butcher the horse.
What?
Grind the hooves.
I don't mean to be rude. Jello takes like 30 seconds to make and then you chill it.
Well, so then I don't understand any of this either because 8 hours of prep time, right? then on top of that, there's 5 hours of cook time.
Emily points out.
That's before you even put it in the fridge.
Emily points out this is almost the entire time you're awake per day.
This is more. This is 15 hours.
That's 15
this
hours.
Is like you have to. Oh, this is like you. This is a double shift. Like
I could smoke a brisket quicker than this.
You wouldn't have Grandma's sunshine salad.
I know I'd have brisket.
It only yields 8 servings.
This is madness.
It's insanity.
This is some HP Lovecraft crap right here.
Well, it only gets weirder. So here we go. Here's our ingredients. We got 2 3-ounce packages, lemon flavored gelatin. Yeah.
Sure.
See, they said Jello before, and they weren't
Yeah.
worried about trademarks, but now they're
Yeah.
all worried about trademarks. It's like, yeah. Anyway, that's fine. Lemon flavored gelatin. If you have an alternate brand of gelatin that you prefer than Jello, then by all means, like, use your preferred brand of lemon flavored gelatin. 2 cups boiling water.
Well, that's it. You got to
Yeah.
start the fire. You got to chop wood. I mean, that's all prep time right there.
It's all the prep time. It's like
And then the next one is
grow
ice
the
water.
tree.
The next is ice water. So you got to travel to
You
the
gotta go
northern.
You
got to
gotta go
get
up north
snow
and get the
from
ice
from the upper peninsula and bring it back.
from the mountain. And then 1 9-ounce can crushed pineapple with juice, not fresh. Do not use fresh pineapple. Do you understand?
This is
All caps.
all caps. No fresh pineapple. Oh.
Do not use fresh pineapple. There's actually a reason for that, but
It's a
also
pain in the
adds to
ass.
like no, fresh pineapple's not that hard. I have a trick for chopping pineapple, and
I
know
bet
it
you
chops
do.
up it's great. Okay. 1 teaspoon lemon juice or white vinegar, yeah, great.
Yeah.
Or white vinegar, which I can see that, but like, yeah. A pinch of salt, yeah, and 2
Sure.
cups grated carrots, which
Why
seems
not?
like a lot. 2 cups is a lot.
I still don't see how this is taking 15 and a half hours.
This is just the beginning. Step 1. Okay, not step. This is the method. Usually they say directions or instructions, but this has a method. So this is a little more hoity-toity. We're getting into this is bordering into Scientology here. This is the method. It's not directions, it's the method. This is how you do. Prepare the gelatin. Empty the gelatin into a small mixing bowl. Stir in 2 cups of boiling water. Stir thoroughly until the gelatin has dissolved. Yes, that is how
the
you do
package
it.
tells me to do it.
That's
so.
how you do it.
Yeah.
Mix in the ice water, pineapple, lemon juice, and salt.
Lemon juice and salt.
Well, sorry. Yeah,
It's okay.
I missed that comma there. Stir in 1 cup ice water, the crushed pineapple with its juice, lemon wedge, lemon juice or vinegar, and a pinch of salt.
She's again, just in case you missed it the first time.
Don't
You use
for
canned pineapple.
Make sure you use canned pineapple. Well, this is explaining why, because before it was just like a drill sergeant barking an order at you, and now this is like a gentle parent explaining. Well, the reason you can't use canned pineapple is because fresh pineapple has an enzyme that will prevent the gelatin from gelling, and all the more reason, which is like, if fresh pineapple wrecks your thing.
Wait, does this mean Dole is stealing enzymes from my pine? They're
taking the enzymes and they're selling them separately. It's why they're so successful as a corporation. Need my enzymes.
I need all the enzymes.
Gotta get my enzymes. Step 3. Method 3. Chill until thickened, then add the carrots. Notice they don't tell you how long you can expect that to be. And since it's a 15 and a half process, any point in that. Now, I have, I think once in my life, made a Jello with stuff in it. And when I did, that window to put the stuff in it is pretty narrow.
It's pretty narrow.
You have to know when it is. So the fact that they don't tell you that, it's like the cable guy. You've got 15 and a half hours. Better be there.
Sometime. Between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m.
because
we'll be there.
I don't know when I'm going to get there, but if I get there and you're not, too bad for you. You're going to have to start this process all over.
And what is thicken, and then so it's thick enough.
It's thick enough to get the stuff in, but it doesn't just like flop to the bottom.
But then you're still stirring it up?
Exactly. So it's a real delicate time, right? Like
I don't
there's a
know.
real small window for
I'm one of
this.
these people that if I make Jello, I'm just making myself
You got to
gross,
have a
and I'm
walk-in
eating Jello.
refrigerator like they do in the restaurants and mix it in there, because
You
if you
don't.
open the refrigerator and take it out of the refrigerator, forget it.
You don't have a walk-in?
Got to have a walk-in. That's where
Yeah.
I go to cry.
That's where we all go to cry, baby.
Method 4, pour into a mold and chill until set.
Wait,
Add mixture to a Jello mold.
should I just chill until it's set?
I, I think you should chill.
Just, just, just
I
put
think
it in
you
the
should
mold.
Netflix and chill.
Go chill until this is ready. Yeah.
Okay, gotta change the subject. Tangent alert.
Yeah.
Do you remember when esteemed Senator Ted Cruz
I know that guy. Yeah.
offered up the chance to Netflix and chill with him if you donated a certain amount of money to his campaign?
Be like, sorry, I'm busy for the next 15 hours. I have a
He
Jello
was like,
mold
"Hey,
chilling.
it's me, Senator Ted Cruz. You want to Netflix and chill?
Ooh.
What say you, babe?"
My beard smells like what I ate last week.
I think this was pre-beard. This was before he had the beard.
Pre-beard. He looked like
This is
Satan.
pre-beard.
He looked
Well, he
like
looked. I
Satan.
mean, I hate to say it, he looks better with the beard. He's a more attractive man with the beard. But he's still Ted
Yeah,
Cruz. Doesn't
he
matter.
he was a 1 and now he's like a 3.
You can't you can't dress up. You can put as much lipstick on that pig as you want. It's still gonna be a pig.
There is video out there of Ted Cruz hugging his daughter and his daughter saying, "Stop, you're hurting me." And that's all you need to know about Ted Cruz.
Oh yeah. There's
That's all you need to know.
multiple shots of his family recoiling from him.
It's gonna be so depressing when he wins in November. Anyway, next.
God, why the fuck? How can no one beat that guy? He seems like his approval rating is like 14%, like at its peak.
The best he's ever been. Like 7 people in Texas were like, "Good job, Ted." And that was the people who were working at the airport and got paid for flying him to Cancun. Those are the only people.
He didn't tip, by the way.
Oh no, of course not.
Where are we at here? So we're chilling, right? We're chilling. We're chilling.
I poured in the mold. I'm chilling
with Grandma's sunshine salad. Cold chilling in the fridge. Add mixture to a Jello mold. Set in the refrigerator until firm. Several hours. To unmold, dip the bottom of the pan in hot water for about 5 seconds. Invert onto a serving platter and shake firmly to release. Slice to serve. Did you love the recipe? Give us some stars and leave a comment below. Please leave a comment. You know, they say that on their recipe, and I bring that in here because I want you to leave a comment. You should tell us if you are planning on making Grandma's sunshine salad. Let us know what you think.
I would say, when you're coming to visit, the two of us can shift it. Like we can each do 7 hours and 15 minutes.
I don't think we have enough time to make this salad. It's going to take like a week.
Oh,
this is a review from Joy 10 months ago. Sure. She has this to say about it. She says, "I've been making this dish for over 40 years, and I had no idea there was a name for it."
Yeah, it's the dessert that shall not be named is what we used to call it.
It's like, that thing I make I never bothered to name.
Oh, it's Grandma's crap bucket.
Grandma's thing. I thought I just made it up myself. Then it's up for you. If you made it up yourself, then it's on you to name it. It's just like I just created this thing and there was no name for it. Someone will do it. Someone else will come up with it. It's going to be so popular.
It'll be so popular.
I don't have to name it. That's how good my original recipe is.
The National Carrot Association will adopt it as part of its platform. All right.
Did you know I was the first person to use the word lit? And someone was like, "Hey, do you like Doritos?" I was like, "Doritos are lit."
Doritos are lit. Oh my God.
I was the first person to do that.
Yeah.
Just like this lady was the first person to come up with this salad.
Cool.
We have that in common.
Yeah, that's
We're
amazing.
real pioneers, each of us. I love to make this dish to go with chicken casserole.
Oh, this lady
Doesn't
is
that
the
sound
worst chef in the
wonderful?
world.
Delicious.
She's just admitting that she's the worst chef in the world.
Well, okay, there is something inherently like if you see the phrase chicken casserole, you immediately think not good, but like a chicken casserole can be fantastic. I've made plenty of chicken casseroles that are been phenomenal, but like there's something about just there's baggage. The word casserole comes with baggage.
A couple minutes ago, I'd mentioned kids don't like vegetables because adults don't know how to cook vegetables. We don't like casseroles because of what we were served as casseroles as kids. What if we just warmed up some canned tuna,
put some canned chicken and tuna, just dumped a bunch of Campbell's soup in there, and
with
then put it
egg
in the oven for
noodles
an hour.
and cream of mushroom soup, which was in every recipe in the 50s.
Cream of mushroom soup was
and
like
a can of peas. Have at it, jerks. No, this made me think when I saw this was we had a recipe a while back that was the chicken in the cleared Jello.
Chicken that was from our friend the Iowa housewife who has retired from her blog, by the way.
Thank God.
Yeah. Well, it turns out she was a really sweet old lady. She was kind of cute.
Sure, cool.
But like, yeah, her and Myrna are just like enjoying their golden years now.
All right.
But yeah, so yeah, that was a whole different episode. Yeah, it's not on the Transverse, so don't even bother watching it.
Don't even bother.
Only watch shows on the Transverse.
It'll be on our Patreon when we get that set up.
It will not be in the Patreon. It's living in permanence on our other YouTube channel, our old YouTube channel.
But if we put it, if people really
I'm
like
not
what we're doing,
putting
we
it in
can
Patreon.
monetize it on Patreon.
We've got other things for Patreon, Lilith. You and I can make content.
Oh boy.
We've got lots of things. We've got things. Don't you worry. You subscribe to that Patreon and you'll get to see it your own self. Patreon.com/thetransverse. Let's go on to here. We got. Wait, I got to look at Alexis. She wrote something. In 1995, my boss handed me a shot, a Cookie Monster. Yeah, I know that one. He said, "It's lit." I sniffed it and burned off all my nose hairs. I do not think he meant on fire. That's good.
That's because Amanda hadn't invented the word lit for something good yet.
Yeah, that's why. It hadn't happened yet. That must have been 1995. That's before. Yeah, that's before I said that for the first time ever. I said it in 2001.
Yeah.
In response to the glorious war on terror.
Let's just I'm gonna get us off this tangent before you say something. Like we are like an hour into our first show, and you're just like gonna say something.
Going off the rails. I've decided he was right home. Okay, I have gone off the rails.
Yeah.
This is Kathy.
Sure.
Has another review.
Sure.
Says my favorite of Grandma's Jello.
I don't even know what that sentence means. That sentence doesn't make sense.
My favorite of Grandma's Jello is a complete sentence.
Does everyone's grandma have like a cache of Jellos that they break
up? Like, you want some Jello? Need some Jello? Get some Jello. My favorite of Grandma's Jello. Don't use frozen pineapple either. Learned it the hard way. Drank our salad. Good.
Wait, you
stuff
still
there,
served
Kathy.
it? You still served it?
Still ate it.
You're like, I'm not gonna throw away this 58 cents.
Throwing away this canned pineapple and these 2 packets of Jello.
First of all, it was frozen pineapple. That's why she had to.
That's why.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine screwing it up that bad and still serving it? You know what you do? Pour it in glass, add a little rum, and just say it's like some sort of mixed drink. It's a pineapple rum carrot refresher.
It's the chewiest.
Why is Why are there carrots in
It's
this
like
drink?
chewing gum.
What if I use frozen carrots? This is crazy. Oh, Kathy, poor Kathy. You do not. If you ruin a recipe, and this is just general knowledge for anyone watching. If you ruin a recipe,
Throw it away.
you do not have to serve it. You just throw it away.
It's called a refire. It's a thing.
Yeah.
You do it.
If I try something new and I have people over, I'm like, let me know if this is no good, and I will just buy us all pizza. I will just buy us all pizza.
We order a pizza at that point. Yeah, that's how it goes.
We'll get a Buddy's pizza with extra pepperoni.
You can get a salad. You can get a salad from McDonald's. You'll be fine.
That is the worst advice I've ever heard.
Let's go down to McDonald's, get a salad.
Let's go down to McDonald's and get a salad. They have them in the shit
get one of the McDonald's salads.
Oh my God.
George says.
Hold on. Emily does point out if you refire this recipe, it's going to take you another.
That is true.
Hours.
You can't refire this. You got one shot. All summer long, you get one.
You got one shot at this, baby.
You have to make it and time it so it's done on the summer solstice.
Also, I still don't understand where she's getting 8 hours of prep time.
I don't know either. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
It's like you boil the water, you mix it in the powder, you add the stuff,
the
you
water
put it in the
on like with a Bic lighter. Got to hold a match underneath it. It's like keep lighting. You go through like 200 boxes of matches.
All right. Let's power.
George says we ate this in the 1950s and the 1960s. Yeah, you sure did, George. Yes, indeed, you did.
Yeah, you did.
And my sweetheart, wife of 50 years, is from Puerto Rico, so she has never had this. I will make it this afternoon. Thank you for placing on your site. So there's a couple reasons I included this particular review. First of all, 1950s and 60s, of course.
We ate this for 10 years straight.
His poor wife. Have you ever had Puerto Rican cooking? Like home cooking?
Yeah, I was about to say, not
it's
everyone in the
good.
world, not everyone in the world eats over-processed garbage like we do in America. Wait, you mix this powder? You mix this powder in water, and then you put a bag of pineapples and carrots in it? You're insane.
Yeah.
Also, why did they stop eating it in the 60s?
Well, why?
Did his wife die after 10 years of eating this? Also,
Sergeant Pepper came out, their mind got blown.
What?
So it's like when I was I was just gonna say about Puerto Rican cooking because when I was 3, I had a neighbor around the corner that was he was my best friend. His name was Joel Marquez, and we used to play Monopoly all the time. Is what we did when we were in 3rd grade. I wasn't 3; I was in 3rd grade, and his parents were from Puerto Rico, and his mom would cook for us, and it was just like the best thing ever. And so the idea that you're gonna take someone that's Puerto Rican who knows how to cook delicious, presumably knows how to cook, and is then you're gonna give her this Jello, you're gonna be like, I've tried your cooking. What do you think, dear?
I'm going to break down everything wrong with this paragraph. First off, if you're married to someone, you just say, my wife of 50 years. You have to say my sweetheart, and then in parentheses, my wife 50 years. Next sentence, I will make this afternoon. This takes 15 and a half hours.
Well, because he lives on a planet that has a different rotation.
You can't start making this in the afternoon. It'll never be finished in time. You have to wake up at 2 in the morning to fold the carrots.
I've been playing a lot of Starfield. There's some habitable moons out there.
Okay, maybe
that have a longer daylight time. So you can go to one of those, and the afternoon lasts about 26 Earth hours. So you could do that then. Then you can do it.
Also, then he thanks them for placing on this site, and I'm going to tell you. If I had eaten this in the past, I'm pretty sure I could recreate this without the recipe. It's
Maybe.
Jello with pineapple and carrot.
It's probably, I mean, he was probably a little kid and doesn't remember it. Like he probably forgotten about it. Like
Yeah, he tried to forget
yeah,
about
he
it.
tried real
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. It's called repressed memories.
Well, I brought this up too because the whole 1950s 60s thing, and I wanted to point out because we were talking about Fallout, and this seems like some serious Fallout food.
This is some Fallout stuff.
Like yeah, Walton Goggins would be like, oh, I love that Jello. I
Oh,
love that sunshine.
is that Jello
You
with
can see
carrots
the
in it?
ghoul just eating slices some of this salad, and being like it's the best thing he's ever had.
This is insane.
This is straight Fallout food.
Oh. Is that
Hey,
I have a review if this is your last review that you got.
I do actually.
Oh.
So like yeah, I had to skip a thing because I was like there was a joke I was gonna tell, but it's too late. I fucked it up. You were too sharp. You
I
were
am
too
very
sharp,
sharp.
and you preemptively struck at the joke, and the joke was told by you,
Yeah.
and so there was no need for those 2 additional slides.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I'm so proud of you.
But
It's such an honor to work with you.
I'm sure the honor's all mine.
I didn't need those slides. That's how good you are.
But you know what I do every time? I find out what the recipe is. I get into my network and I'm like, hey, if you know. And so I heard back from a 3-year-old boy.
Oh, I love it.
Who
Wrote a review.
Wrote me a review of Grandma's Sunshine Salad. And it's
I can't wait to hear this wonderful review.
let me capture the voice. I know you love when I do the voices.
I do love when you do the voices.
Yeah. Grandma's Sunshine Salad is the yummiest ever. I love the sweet pineapple and crunchy nuts. The colors are so pretty, just like a rainbow. I want to eat it every day. Now, apparently, she's making a different. She's putting nuts in it, which
the kid. That I'm sorry. Like I have taken so much progesterone that the AI 3-year-old child is like making my heart swell right now.
Oh, Amanda. Oh,
That little kitty was just such a salad.
Will you make me dumb?
I would make it for you, little boy. I would make you such a salad.
So I'm thinking what I was thinking of when I saw this was, and this is a Midwest thing, and I'm sure you've had it. It's like pistachio pudding instead of Jello with like pineapple and then like Cool Whip, and it's mixed up and served. It's called like pistachio fluff, which is something I've had a lot, or I've seen a lot.
Had it. I didn't have anything like that.
Well,
like
you didn't go to enough church functions like I was
I
forced
didn't
to
go
when
to
I was a
any
kid.
church.
Yeah, see,
I hated church. Like, okay, I think I told you this. Like, when I grew up, like my parents were Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And so they didn't have church.
They didn't have to go to church. They witnessed
Kingdom Hall. It was like they had to call everything something different. Like,
yeah, we're better than other places.
Yeah, it was pretty culty.
Oh, you're going to church. I'm headed off to
I'm going to
Kingdom
the Kingdom
Hall.
But you know, that boring building with bad wallpaper and like office chairs.
But there was no pistachio fluff there. So
no, like I think I if there were, like I tuned all of that out. I've like blocked all that stuff out because I hated it so much. And like I stopped going when I was 5. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. This is stupid. My parents still did it until I was like 13. I got huge trouble for that. Anyway, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Thank you for the review. Let's look at the results here. It's this. This is it. This is how good it looks.
No!
Sunshine salad. Yum, yum, yum. Don't you want a slice?
That has way more carrot in it than I was expecting.
That
is not too. Oh my god. What? Oh, that is dreadful. It doesn't look like it's solidified the whole way. It looks like it's still like wet.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's just the camera. Yeah, it's got a sheen to it. That's for sure. Maybe it's sweating a little.
At the bottom, it looks like if you look where it's hitting the plate, it looks like it's melting.
I don't know. I'm not.
Like
Doesn't
even
matter.
talking
Doesn't
about this whole
matter.
time, my mind was not
It's a
prepared to
15
see
hour,
this.
15 and a half hours.
My mind
location.
was not prepared to see this. And I knew what was coming.
He did. It's so beautiful. Have you ever seen anything so orange?
An orange. That's about
Yeah.
it.
I don't even. Yeah, that's the most orange
That's
thing.
the
Like it's like that is a lot of orange.
I can't think of
That's
anything.
that's it. That's Culinary Delights. The show's over.
That's it. Show's over.
Show's over.
Show's over.
Well,
That's done.
our show's not over. We're still gonna be doing this for like another hour. We got some. Oh, probably yeah, we are. You know, we're gonna stick around. We're gonna stick around till it's what, like 1 o'clock now, or Pacific time. I'm on European time, so it's 13:05 because I'm cool. And but yeah,
I have to wrap up
let's
soon
go.
because I want to make that recipe.
You
But I
gotta
have
make
to
that
start
recipe.
now for it to
There's
be ready
nothing I
by
can do.
7.
You might as well. It doesn't matter. You can
7
start that.
a.m.
You got to get up earlier than this. You can't start this You'll be up for 3 days. You won't be in bed. You won't be going to bed tonight. I got to make this sunshine salad.
Also, wouldn't a sunshine salad be yellow or sun colored?
Orange is fine. I
Yeah,
think
that's more like a
orange is-
Mars salad, like it's the red
ours
planet
is
or something.
red. I mean, I think the sun. Yeah, ours. We know we have a yellow sun because of Superman, and
I look up into the sky and I can see it's a yellow sun.
you're not supposed to look at the sun. You're not supposed to.
Well, you don't look directly at it. I'm not an idiot. You look to the right of it.
I've seen orange sun before, like at a sunset.
Yeah. There's
You can get
3
orange.
kinds of sun. There's yellow,
There's
there's
not-
orange, there's black hole.
Capri sun.
Black hole. Oh, Capri, there's a 4th one.
There's
Oh,
the fourth.
You're
A fourth
blowing my
sun.
mind. Oh.
Anyway, my point is what we're gonna do now is I think Lilith and I are gonna take a little break. I need to go.
Wait,
drink
are we allowed to
water
take
and-
breaks or are we
Yeah,
on the
well,
clock?
we're going to. I'm going to because I have to go to the potty and I have to drink some. I mean, I think I've. Hang on.
That's another content warning. You can't just be saying potty.
I'm not gonna show it.
I like this. This should be a sunset salad.
Y'all can imagine me going to the potty. What is that
They
in the
shoulda-
chat?
Yeah.
Sunset salad. Yeah, you're right, Emily. You're correct.
You should have buried this recipe with grandma.
Alexis says it's gotta taste amazing with that kind of time investment. Well, I'm sure it does. I mean, George sure liked it. He remembered it from the 60s.
I have to have something ready in 15 hours. Well, we could smoke some ribs. It's like, no, I'm gonna make carrot jello.
We shouldn't take a break. Do you need a break? I can probably get by without a
I
break.
mean, my ass hurts, but my ass always hurts.
Babe.
My
I
butt
mean,
hurts.
I
This
was
is
trying to
between
think of a
shows.
wry comment
is-
to make,
this
but
is
like I
between
just couldn't come
shows.
up
This-
with it.
Yeah,
Oh, we're
it's okay.
between shows. We're on break. This is the break.
This is the break. But if we leave,
This is the
people,
break. We're on break.
people are going to tune in and they're not going to see us. They'll be like, oh, we must have missed the show. It's just the Detroit skyline in some yellow room.
Okay, so let me ask you something.
Go. Shoot.
Do you
I'm
want
an
to?
open book.
I was going to ask you if you wanted to do a question.
I do want to do a question.
Let's go question.
I've got a question.
Should we
This one's-
introduce the show? We didn't say things like and subscribe. We didn't say any of that.
I mean, do you want to just do like a big block of like it? Just cut them out of the last
Like and
episode.
subscribe, right? We did. I talked about Patreon a lot.
Yeah. Just what is the Patreon?
Like and subscribe.
What
Like
is
and
the
subscribe.
What is the Patreon?
I have to get it.
I mean, you can't tell people to
We've
subscribe
got like
to the
3
Patreon.
screens and so many windows open. I have to close this PowerPoint. I have to shut it all down. We're shutting it all down. Patreon is patreon.com/thetransverse. I mean, I should memorize that really.
You know what you should do? Emily brings up a good thing here in the chat. She says we don't have a break screen. You should just create one that's just like, hey, we'll be right back.
I could just, yeah, you're right. I will do that for next time.
Yeah,
I will
our
have
butts
one.
hurt.
I
We'll
will
be
have
right
a
back.
break screen for next time. That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll do it for sure.
Yeah.
I don't have one. I mean, I can find something on the internet real quick.
I mean, you could just go and I'll just sit here and talk to people. Oh, there it is. It's patreon.com, the transfers.
Yeah, it is there. Hang on. Now you've got me doing it.
I got you doing what?
I'm doing a Google image search.
Oh, this is why it's good. That's why we'll be here another hour because we spent 30 minutes making a "We'll be right back"
Hang
card.
on. No.
You just open
Yeah,
up
no, I don't want to do
PowerPoint.
this right
You
now.
just
That's
open up
stupid.
PowerPoint.
I could have just
type
gone
in
to the
real big.
bathroom.
You could
I
have
could have
gone
just
already.
gone and been
You
back
could have
by
been
now.
gone.
You're gonna keep him company, Lilith? Like I do. I make a tinkle.
I mean, if you've got to go, you should go. Don't hold it.
I don't really.
We're gonna talk
should
about
go.
how
I'm
the
gonna go.
room-
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
We're gonna talk about how the room looks like something from like a Stephen King novel, where like an insane person lives in a completely yellow room. I don't know what to do. I'm kind of freezing
Unless
up.
you'll get
I'm
to
just
see me like mess with my hair.
okay. Yeah. So let me. I'm just gonna check the YouTubes. Look, I'm gonna talk about this recipe. This recipe is disgusting. First of all, it's 15 and a half hours to make Jello. In the chat, if you're in the chat. Oh, she coordinates every season. We do seasons. Every couple months we switch backgrounds and outfits, and so she is always very coordinated with the color and the dress. And I usually throw on whatever the closest thing to me is the day we switch, and then I wear that, for the full time. So, and then I always have an outdoor background. I've just switched to Detroit since I'm in Detroit, and I'm loving it here. But if someone had asked you in the chat, you got to make some Jello, how long is that going to take? I can't imagine that anyone would say 15 and a half hours. That is insane. The prep time was 8 hours. I don't understand. You're using packaged Jello. You're using canned pineapple. How long does it take to shred 2 cups of carrots? Not 8 hours. Boiling water doesn't take 8 hours. What's going on here? In fact, you don't need the carrots right away. You can start the Jello, and while the Jello is cooling, you can grate those carrots. So you got to stack things. You got to do work on work. You guys get what I'm saying. Y'all are so smart. It's just gets to the point where you're like, who are coming? Whoa! Did you see her just appear out of nowhere in the middle of the screen? That was crazy.
What happened?
You just appeared out of the middle of the screen.
Yeah,
like a ghost.
Like a dimensional portal.
We were just complaining. I was just saying, with the 8 hours of prep time and stuff, like you make the Jello first and the carrots come second. So you can grate the carrots after you've got the Jello cooling.
You don't have you're moving your arms. You're running around. You're too busy.
You don't have to grate the carrots while the water's boiling. You can finish that part and then grate the carrots. But if top of your head, Wiley, we're going to a thing tonight where you got to bring Jello. When do you start?
What?
How long does it take to make Jello? How long does it take to make Jello?
I don't know, 2 hours?
Yeah.
3 hours maybe?
Yeah. You just got to get it. It's like mixing boiling water.
It really doesn't take long to make. You put it in the fridge and it doesn't take that. Yeah, it takes like 3 hours to 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours in the fridge maybe. Like it does not take 15. I don't understand why
I am so mad right now. I
don't understand that at all. Maybe they meant to put minutes and like they
15 and a half minutes. That's more like it for making that thing.
That doesn't make sense either. None of it makes any sense.
Also, most recipes, as bad as they are that we've done on this show.
Hi, Mira.
Most of them, like if it says it's 15-minute prep time, like they tell you cook it for this long, you do this for this.
Yeah. They didn't tell you.
She's just like threw a dart at a clock and hit 15 and a half o'clock. And then said that's how long it's going to take to make this.
I don't know what was going on there at all. I have no idea. But what I do know is I would love to do a question with you.
I do have a question.
Let's do a question. Should we intro the show? We should, because we don't. No, because we don't always do it. Like if the title card just comes up.
I am the
I don't suppose you've watched it yet.
I'm the least professional person.
Lilith doesn't watch any of our shows.
I don't like watching myself.
It drives me crazy. I love her so much, but she won't she won't see all the hard work that I do.
I will say this. I am liking how my hair looks today. I will watch.
It looks great. I think it looks
Plus,
terrific.
Today I'm actually watching it while it's happening. So
I love your nails as always. I love your fingernails. Every time you have the best fingernails.
Friday, when you come down, I'm going to pick you up from the airport and we're going to go get our pedicures. We'll sit next to each other in the massage chairs.
I can't wait.
We'll get our nails done. Yeah, we'll get fresh pedis. All right. Yeah. All right.
I quit playing guitar so I can have pretty fingernails.
Love it. Pedicure is actually feet, but we can do a mani and a pedi.
I know what a
unless you play guitar with your feet.
like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Let's just get to
I drink your milkshake.
I don't think that's the same movie.
He said that in every movie. That's his signature.
Really?
That's his catchphrase.
He's like, I don't see my line. I don't see my line.
Me, Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm here to drink your milkshake.
Now that you mention that, when that came up in Lincoln, I was like, this doesn't make any sense at all.
Daniel Day-Lewis is such a good actor that you don't know that wasn't him doing me just now. That's how good he is.
You know how good he is?
That might have actually been Daniel Day-Lewis.
Did you ever see Reservoir Dogs?
I have seen Reservoir Dogs.
All right, and Mr. Brown is played by Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah.
Wrong. That's Daniel Day-Lewis playing Quentin Tarantino.
I thought he was, wasn't he? Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's incepting in there.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. That was Daniel Day-Lewis. No wonder it was such a compelling tertiary character.
Also, people don't know this. Daniel Day-Lewis was also playing Sandra Day O'Connor the whole time she was
on the Supreme Court.
On the Supreme Court. Yeah, he even tried to give us a thing with the day in there.
It was
totally fooled us all.
It's crazy what that man can do. We got a question?
I do have a question. Welcome. I'll count in like you. You love the count.
Oh yeah. Do you want to count in? You can count in.
I'm gonna count in, and you want me to, right?
I want to get less blurry, but there's nothing I can do about that.
Well, you have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, welcome. Welcome to Being Trans, Transition Tuesday. I'm Lilith, that's Amanda, and we scour the internets for questions about being trans, but now that we're live and people are watching live, we'll, in the future, if you have a question, we'll answer it in a future episode, but right now...
If you have one now, if you want to put it in the chat, we'll address
it. If you just want to totally upset the apple cart and all the prep work
we're happy to do it.
We're happy to do it.
We're improvisers. Lilith's a professional improviser.
I'm a professional improviser. Everyone's an improviser.
Amateur.
Everyone's an improviser. Unless you got a script when you were born, you're making it all up the whole time.
I've been practicing my improvisation.
Oh yeah? Have you now?
I said that thinking it would be a funny oxymoron, but really it wasn't very funny at all, and probably you actually have to do it.
I did have someone who, like, a smart ass, like, why do you have to go to improv rehearsal? It's like, well, you play the games and you learn, you just get better.
Yeah, that's how it is. That's how things are. You do stuff and you get better. That's true.
You have to learn, how do I talk on a phone if I'm improvising?
So good. This is such a good show right now.
So good. Matter of fact,
and I'm so blurry.
Our question is about improv. It's like, Lilith, what's the proper way to drink a cup of water in improv?
What is?
Well, think about how you. There you go. That's how you do it. But I've seen people. They do this and they tilt their head back.
Yeah, that's how. That's how you drink.
And then they go glug 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 glug, and it's like you don't.
That's how I drink. Let's try
it. See, you got it wrong. You didn't say glug glug.
I did glug glug glug.
I mean, the proper way is that Trump way, where you hold the glass like this and then you put your fingers here.
You hold it with both hands and you piss your pants.
I mean, if you're not pissing your pants, are you even drinking water?
Pants shid hog cranked.
See, this is the stuff, like, if you watch the show's edited.
I can't wait to do Beam Diver again.
If you watch the show edited, you're just like, what a couple of professional gals. And now if you're watching live, you're seeing all the stuff that gets cut out. But I got a question.
Okay,
Let's just get to the question.
let's do it.
All right. Did transitioning make anyone else agoraphobic or just me? Don't get me wrong, transitioning was definitely the right decision for me, but this was something unexpected. I'm generally happier and can at least look at myself in the mirror, not recoil in horror, but I didn't prepare for this. I'll venture out in public occasionally, but rarely by myself. I didn't used to be this way, and obviously in therapy. How did you get over the fear?
So much to unpack there because
Yeah.
what they didn't do is tell us how far along into their transition they are, when
Oh,
they started transitioning, when this question was asked, like, that. So for me,
yeah.
there was another factor because I started transitioning in the end of 2019, the end of 2018. And so I had a year,
Yeah.
and then I had COVID. And then, so I did get agoraphobic, but I don't know that it was the hormones. I don't think it was the hormones that did it for me. I think it was COVID. COVID was a traumatic experience that fucked up my shit and fucked up everyone's shit. And so that's a question, because it was like one of those things, because like how you're in the early stages of transitioning and you just want to get through that awkward phase, and you're just like, I just I just want to go like hibernate. Can I just go hibernate for a year, and like and then just emerge from my cocoon as a beautiful woman, or a hot dude or whatever, and then of course, I wanted that. We all wished. I wished that, and then of course it was just like monkey's paw curls.
Yeah.
Like COVID hits, and I was just like, well, I do actually get to do that now, but like, not like this is not how I wanted it. But I do not have that experience that this question asker is. Do
Yeah.
you?
Well, before I get too far, there are a few things. The Alexis Project
Yeah,
said that happened to them too.
yeah.
And then Mira Featherbender said they've been known to hold their cup underneath with the other hand because of tremors. Um,
Hey, that's
that's
great.
fine.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I think we were making fun of a very specific
Well,
uh,
yeah, I
Donald
mean,
Trump
you
instance.
also didn't get up on a podium and said you're the finest specimen of humanity and perfect in every way.
So I will say this. So back to our question. I feel the same way. I feel like it was for me. It was a lot of COVID, and I felt like because I was performing a lot before COVID. I spent a lot of time at a local theater, so I was like house managing the theater. I was directing shows, I was acting, and that all got shut down during COVID. And it was less that I didn't want to go outside, more that I realized I didn't really need that as much as I thought I did.
Okay.
Which I don't know if
Well,
that's healthy. I don't really need that connection to other people as much as I thought I did.
because that's a huge thing, because like I
Yeah,
think for me, because I was a musician, I was a working musician, and I was playing live and touring and doing all that stuff, and like a lot of that was compensation for the fact that you just can't feel like
yeah,
it's like that threshold, like a pre-transition threshold that you get, where like there's just that glass ceiling where like this is as good as I can ever possibly feel. This is the
yeah,
most amount of you hit this very low threshold of just that's as good as anything can get, and as good as it
yeah,
ever got for me was like not shitty.
yeah,
And so I had to chase stuff like that. I had to chase fame and the thrill of like,
yeah,
like being on stage, and like getting whatever, all those things that come with live performance, that the dopamine and the serotonin that you get, that I was lacking, and that I just wasn't getting organically. Yes, Lilith.
See, now we have people interacting in comments. So Mira says, they're 2 years into their transition, and what's helping is having places that are LGBT accepting. And I feel like that might be part of it too. Like, we
I
live
think
in the
for sure.
country. We live in a country where even if you're in a state where you have protections, it's not very safe. And if you listen to a lot of the news, if I try to
Well, yeah,
unplug,
Emily
I
said
try to
that too. It's
unplug
like,
from
yeah.
that stuff a lot, and um, you know,
You can't help but hear it. It,
now
it
that now that
seeps
now that
in.
people are actually here listening to me, I always hesitate saying stuff like this, but for me, it's just like, I feel that if I go out in public and I think about the worst of people who are out there, then that's kind of the experience. But like for the most part, I don't run into that. I'm also
Same.
I'm also
It's
in a
not what the real world's like,
I'm
at least.
also
Yeah.
in Detroit, which is a very trans friendly and trans safe
But you
city.
weren't. Like you
No,
were for a long time, you
I
were
was
in
in
the
Prince George,
rural
Virginia.
Virginia, like
Yeah,
where not necessarily
yeah.
a super trans
But
friendly place,
I
but
feel
you
like
were
that's a
fine.
great
Yeah.
thing. Oh, thank you, Mira. I've been saying
Oh,
they, it's she, her.
yeah.
But
Thanks.
I would say, yeah, it sometimes it does start by finding those places where you go and you feel comfortable and you feel safe, and I think that that's a great thing. But yeah, for me, like I try to unplug from the negative a lot because yes, there is work to do. Yes, we are in for the long fight, but also, the loudest people get on TV. The most obnoxious people
The
get on
worst.
TV.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
you're in Florida,
sensationalism.
Mira. I'll be in Florida in August. I do a festival down there every year in Tampa. So if you're in the Tampa St. Pete area, you should come see my show. I'll
Yeah.
get you on the list.
That's the thing with like, I mean, like Lilith, I haven't been to Florida since I started transitioning. We all hear the horror stories. But I think probably like everything else with this stuff, it's like I don't think that most of the people in Florida are horrible. I just think the government there is despicable. And I think that's the case in every red state. I don't think the MAGA has a majority anywhere. Maybe in tiny little pockets like Marjorie Taylor Greene's town, like Rome, Georgia, maybe. But like there's nowhere in the country. There's no state for sure. There's no populated area where people think like that
Yeah.
overwhelmingly. That's not the case. Like most people just are nice. And I mean that's an aside from the point, which was like, do we ever feel agoraphobic? Maybe that is a cause of it. It could be. I mean, what I can tell you is that first year I started transitioning, I've been a very confident and outgoing, as you may have picked up on, very gregarious person. I am by no means an introvert, but that first 3 months, the first 6 months of transitioning, I was as at the lowest point of my confidence that I'd ever been in my life. And so for someone that isn't like organically as boisterous and outward going and whatever other word for that you want to use, like I could see how that could be like uh, even more crippling than it was for me. And so I could understand how, like, like, because you're in that awkward phase and you're trying to figure out, you don't know how to dress, your body's changing, like your brain's changing all around. Like it's a hard time. It's a magical time, but it's hard. It was difficult. Like and I look back on it fondly now, but at the time I was just like, I can't wait to get through
Yeah.
this. Like,
Well,
and yeah.
yeah, I would say like the first year when I think you and I have talked about this. When I came out, like I emceed like a music show, and then I had shows that night, and I felt like I was just like super confident going out. But then what happened to me is I got a job working from home, so now there's really no reason for me
Yeah.
to go outside. So it's just like I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna work all day, go to the grocery store once. The rise of delivery services means you don't have to go to restaurants anymore,
Well,
so
and we're also
it's
late
less
model Gen
agor.
Xers and we're
Yeah,
aging out.
it's
It's like you don't want to
it's
go outside after you get past 45, really. Like, it's like I don't. It's like I go out still and I do stuff, but it's like it takes a lot more spoons to get
yeah,
myself to leave my room.
yeah,
Like with my video games and my toys and all the things that I like to do, they're all right here.
yeah.
And so like going out is effort. I have to put on makeup, I have to dress, like I
You
have to
don't
put
have
on
to do
clothes,
that.
like I have to
You don't have to do that.
I don't have to do that. Have we met, Lilith? Of course
All right.
I have to do that.
Okay. Yes, I get it.
One does not have to do
One
that.
does not have to do that.
I have to do
You
that.
have to.
It's like
Okay.
I am far too vain to go outside.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's not true. I do go outside without makeup, and I do slum it. It's like,
Yeah.
and that took me a long time to even be able to do, though. I mean,
Yeah.
like it took me probably at least 2 years of
Yeah.
being on HRT before I felt comfortable leaving my house without makeup.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, all the stuff I did in that first year, the padding and the gaffs and the corsets and all that stuff. It's like I don't do any of that stuff now.
I didn't do any of that. I'm a
You
lazy.
didn't do any of that
I'm
stuff
lazy
ever?
trans. I just threw a dress
But
on.
that's why I love you so
called
much.
it a
You just don't
day.
give a fuck.
But Mira did say she found a Pride event, had a great
Yeah.
time, felt accepted, and that's really it is like it really is about finding your community and knowing that your community is out there. And if you're in the Tampa area, August 8th to 11th, come to see my show. Last year I did my estrogen shot on stage, just as a high.
Last year, as a reprise.
No, I did. Last year I took all my stuff down with me to do my estrogen shot.
Oh, yeah,
and when
I
I
got
got on
in
stage,
Florida.
I was like,
Yeah,
down in Florida. No, last year I do it more than once a year.
Well, no, I mean, I remember you did that. That's how you took your first shot. Like I know that I've heard.
Oh
that
no,
story.
the first time I took
Yeah.
estrogen, I was doing the little pill, and I the day I got my prescription, I had a show for a Pride event, and I took it on stage. But that was after it had already come out and everything.
Yeah.
I'll get my timeline.
Mira a little bit. So Mira said a couple things. I definitely get dressed up for Pride, though I've never ventured into makeup. And then my first year before HRT, I went around with breast forms. Like, yeah, that's a very reasonable thing to do. I didn't like.
I did have breast forms.
I
I didn't have a gaff or anything like that, or I never tucked or
I
anything.
didn't do anything. Like I came out and I started HRT within like a month. Like I was like it was like rapid fire and like and my early transition like I made a point that I didn't want to just like dive too head first into it and to go do it in any sort of ham-fisted way, and I was real slow and measured about like the steps that I took, and my initial goal was that I tried first reducing masculinity. My goal was like if I can take away instead of adding femininity to like my appearance or whatever, uh reducing masculinity was where I wanted to start. And so like my intent, it didn't work out that way, but my intent was that like I wanted to get to the point where I was like fully androgynous. So like you literally couldn't tell. Like it's like I don't know. Like and that was my goal. And then I felt like once I got there, then I could cross over and I could, start wearing heels and all and bras and all that stuff. But of course, what happened really is like I went into a store and I saw a dress I thought looked cute and I tried it on and I loved it and that was it. Just like I just started doing that. Like that didn't work at all.
Well, for new viewers or people who've only watched the edited versions of our shows, this is a standard thing where we get so far off topic, but we have our best conversations. So
It's
yeah. I would say when it comes to agoraphobia, if you're seeing your therapist, that's great. Might it be because of your transition? Might it be because of COVID and just like the fact? Like I said, for 6 months, it was like no one went out, and then, like I said, for me, it was more of a thing where I was like, oh, I don't need that.
Be aging.
It could be, yeah. Oh my God, you could be getting
so
old
much
like
gets
me.
intertwined with that because the transition is so slow that like you can't parse which is it the hormones or is it because I got older. Like that's the thing is like you change so much from the hormones, but also just all human beings are constantly in a state of flux, and like you're maturing, everyone's passing through time, the world changes and your responses to it change, and so all that stuff. But yeah,
this is pretty much it.
But one more thing I wanted to say about Mira's thing about the makeup. Well, because she said a bunch of other stuff too. But I wanted to give you just a hot tip about makeup. So there's a YouTuber, and her name is Lisa Eldridge. And for anyone that wants to learn how to do makeup, I strongly recommend her. She's a professional makeup artist. She's maybe she's at the top of her field. She does all the red carpet stuff for the Oscars, the Golden Globes, the Emmys, and the BAFTAs. She's from London. And that's all enough she's also really cool, really down, and she gets to business. A lot of makeup tutorials on YouTube are done by people that don't really know what they're doing, and they know about makeup. They know a lot about the makeup, but they'll have bad house music in the background. They'll get distracted, like we do.
What?
And but Lisa doesn't do any of that. Lisa gets straight to business. She'll maybe talk for 5 seconds, and then she goes right into it, and she's methodical. She lists all the products that she uses. She gives links to where you can get them. She has recommended stuff. She's just the best in the business. And that's how I studied. That's how I learned. And that's the thing, is like when you're transitioning and you're starting out, like it's like I felt that was a big, huge hurdle. Like it was like, I have to learn how to do this, and I have to learn how to do this fast. Because cis women, like when they turn 12, like and they start playing around with makeup, like no one looks twice at you. Like if you're a 12-year-old girl and you have bad makeup, but like if you have the outward appearance of a 40-year-old man, like people do not treat you so nice. And so it was a thing where it was like, oh, I had to hurry, but like there's no shortcut. Practice. Anyway,
I
that was
still
my
haven't even. I
my
barely know
thing.
how to put lipstick on. Like my lipstick looks awful.
You look great. Like, what are you talking about? Your eyes look good, and your makeup always
I
looks
didn't even
good.
do. I didn't even do like the. I didn't even do like the lids. I just put a line under each eye so it pops a little online, and then I
But
slap
that's
lipstick on.
that's the thing about it, is sometimes that's all you gotta
That's
do.
that's all
Like
you gotta
it's
do.
kind of the beauty of it. Is like there's a whole school of thought, which is less is more, and
I-
that's
the
I
main
I
thing. The main takeaway is if I can get to this point and still not know shit, y'all will be fine.
yeah, you're all gonna be fine. Just, a little tidbit of help here and there, and yeah. Yeah, and yeah, one more thing for Mira, because she said my biggest dysphoria came from my lack of breasts. Now that I have something worthwhile homegrown, I feel so much better. And like, ain't
Yeah,
that the truth?
it
I
is
do love my tits. Like they are
Mhm.
like my favorite thing in the world. Like I've grown quite attached.
Yeah, no, they're fabulous.
Can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine like how I spent so long without them. Like how I lived. I don't know how I did it. I was so miserable. Yeah.
But we did it.
We did it.
We made
So
it.
yeah, I don't know about the agoraphoba thing. I don't think I don't know. It's too hard to say. It could be that. You said this all already. I'm just rehashing. I'm just
No,
beating a
that's
dead
all you do.
horse at
You
this
take my
point.
best. You take my best
I take
points,
your best
and then
statements and I then
you
just
try to
say them
say like,
again.
and then what I assume
Then
happens
I
is
say
you
I
edit the
invented it.
show and you just edit me out.
Don't edit you out. What
I
are you
ask the
talking about?
question and then you just do it all.
That's it. Then it's me for the rest of the time. That's all what it is. You can see for yourself or watch our show Transition Tuesday on the Transverse YouTube channel.
Is that on Tuesday?
It's on every Tuesday though. Last
Yeah,
week,
that's
last
that's
week
what I
was
was
the
saying.
first one. It went out. There's one out there right now, and then we'll have another one. Will be out on noon on Tuesday, and then we have another show that we didn't do today, but we're gonna do next week. That's called Who's That Turkey? It's a game show where we Lilith guesses at the who the turkeys are based on the misdeeds their misdeeds. And we always want guests on that show. So if you've got a webcam and halfway decent halfway decent webcam and a stationary and a microphone, like we'll have you on and you can play Who's That Turkey with Lilith. Let us know, media at thetransverse.net, or just drop a comment anywhere in any of our videos and we'll find it.
Yeah,
Or just DM us on the Discord. Yeah, you got the
yeah,
Discord.
yeah.
What's the Discord again? It's called something. It's got a name. Transection, the Transection Discord, which is probably where most of you came from. But like the Transection Discord's got if you we're in there
We're
and
in
you
there.
can just email us or email. Look at me talking like a grandma.
Hey, you send me the
Just send me an
email.
email and I'll get that email.
Message us on Discord if you're gonna be in the Tampa area, August 8th to 11th. You want to come see my show? Message me.
If you're in Los Angeles today, I'm going down to Chinatown. There's some crazy KCRW party going on in Chinatown tonight, and so I'm going to go to that. So you'll hang out with me in Chinatown today. I'll be dressed
if
like
you're
this. I'll
if
be
you're
easy to spot.
if you're in Detroit and you want to watch me play Fallout 4 this afternoon, come on by.
You want Fallout 4?
I'm on Fallout 4.
Yeah, I
I'm
rebooted
so
it,
bad
but
at the
then I
Call of
got
Duty.
back. Start. Starfield did a giant update, and I was like, okay, I'm in Starfield
You're
now.
doing Starfield.
I'm in Starfield for a while. There's a lot of game there. It's awesome.
Well, it's been a wonderful afternoon with you.
Yeah, it has been lovely. And everyone, it's been wonderful to chat with all of you. And I'm so glad you came to see our show, our first show ever. We'll be doing this every Saturday at noon.
Yeah.
You know,
Noon Pacific,
noon Pacific daylight.
3 Eastern.
Or noon Pacific, whatever it is, if it's not daylight. I wish we would. I'd love to get off that stupid daylight savings shit back and forth.
You say that until
I hate it. We
Wait,
should
are you
just
tell-
stay on
wait,
daylight savings time. Just
you don't
stay
like-
in one place. I don't care what the number says. I hate switching the clocks on. And I guess
Wait,
the
wait,
phone
wait,
just
wait,
does
wait,
it.
wait. Pacific Standard Time and Eastern Standard Time is not daylight savings time. That's time zones.
I know that. Like,
You want to get rid of time zones?
no, I don't want to get rid of time. Well, actually, yes, I do. I think everything should just be on Greenwich Mean Time. That would be a lot less fucking confusing. Who cares what the numbers are? That's how they do it in China. Like they don't have time zones in China.
So like Greenwich Mean Time.
Everything just on Greenwich Mean Time.
What?
It's 8 hours ahead of this of me. It's 5 hours ahead of you. But so what? So what? So instead of it being like, instead of it
You're
being
gonna wake up at
1:40 p.m., it's
You're gonna
9.
wake up at 1 a.m. 1 a.m.
No, you don't live your life. It's just numbers. The numbers are not the time of the day it is. The numbers are representation of the time of day.
I understand that, but it's just like.
And if we just all went on Greenwich Mean Time everywhere in the world, then there wouldn't be the confusion of, hey, do you want to meet at 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock your time or my time? You remember that? Remember when I kept messing up the meetings?
But it's like 9 a.m. for you will be like an hour after midnight.
Who cares what it is? It doesn't matter. I don't care. Then I'll do all my business. I'll still wake up when I wake up and start my day when I wake up. It'll just have different numbers to represent that time of day. That's fine.
Okay. All right, as long as you understand what you're. I think people complain about time zones and they complain about daylight savings time and they don't realize the implications, and that's all.
Well, what implications are there?
People like get rid of daylight savings time, and then in the middle of October when their kids are going to school and it's like deep dark middle of the night, and
no, you keep it on daylight saving time, and it's like.
But then it's just. We're not going to have this conversation. I say, look, this is not something people need to see.
You
don't
even do daylight saving. You just keep it on Greenwich Mean Time. That's what we're going to do from now on.
Okay, cool.
And switch to the European clock. Use a 24-hour clock. It's better. Also use the metric system. It's better. I use the metric system.
Is the metric system why it takes 15 and a half hours to make Jell-O?
That's why it takes 15 and a half hours to make Jell-O, because of the metric system.
All right. So do we have to like leave the live stream and then leave?
You know how this works. Emily, what do we do?
Well, see, Mira, according to
Mira needs time zones.
You just fly your kite when the sun is where you want it to be, I guess. Whether that's midnight or
15 freedom hours.
15. All right.
All right. I think we're gonna leave. Everyone, thanks for coming.
We'll see you next week.
Like and subscribe thing. Thanks for everyone that donated to the Transverse. We love that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for chatting. Do all that stuff. Our show, we have recorded shows on YouTube. Transition Tuesdays every Tuesday at noon, and then every Thursday at noon we alternate between Culinary Delights and Who's That Turkey. And so last Thursday was Culinary Delights. This next week's going to be Who's That Turkey. So you'll get to see that for the first time if you haven't seen our old show, which very few people have, probably no one here, but that's okay. That's why we're here now. And so that's what's going on. But Transition Tuesday every week. And if you have a question you want us to answer, we will answer it. Just DM us in Discord. What are you laughing at? This is housekeeping stuff. You got to do this stuff.
I'm gonna write. I'm gonna write you a script just to.
Emily, join the Zoom.
I think we're about to get fired live on screen.
She's here to fire us. This isn't working out. I just thought I'd tell you in front of everybody.
Thank you for joining us, Mira and Alexis Project and everyone. Y'all are fabulous, and we'll see you hopefully next week.
Emily, are you here?
Yes. Yeah.
Hi.
And thank you all for coming for Lilith and Amanda's last show. It was great.
Yeah, we did our best, and it wasn't
Okay.
good enough.
It really is.
Back to the bread lines. Oh, hey, Emily. Hiya. That's
Hi,
the
friends.
beautiful
Hi,
Emily
everyone.
Kaylin. She's runs the transfer. She's great. We all love her.
You're so sweet.
do.
I love you all too.
It's super
No,
true.
thank you for this. Thank you for the first episode. I was laughing most of the time. I had a really great time in chat. Again, yes, thank you, Luis and Emily, for joining us in. It's probably Louise, not a hard S. For joining us in the YouTube chat, and Mira, Rich, and who else did we have? Alexis, and there was one other that had joined us and was active in our chat. But yeah, no, great show, a lot of fun. We will actually promote it next year. Next
year.
Week.
Next
1 year.
Yeah.
See you next year.
We did this trial. We're gonna take a year to
we got a lot to fix.
We got a lot to fix. It's
There's
gonna.
a lot of work to do.
We're on
We
Grandma
saw
Sunshine.
just how better we could do.
Yeah, we're on Grandma Sunshine salad time here. It's gonna take us a year to fix this.
A full year to get it.
We'll be back. Next week we'll have the fun stuff like an intro screen and a break screen and the end screen and stuff like that. We'll have things a little more polished, hopefully, and we'll also promote it so y'all will know in advance. But for those of you who are here, you hit it, you found it, you're great. Come back at noon next week Pacific, 3 Eastern. I never
more of
care.
these shenanigans.
Yeah,
this is just what we do. This is how we do.
8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time.
What are you gonna go eat, Lilith?
Not sure.
It's food time for me. I'm gonna make some food.
I think we were talking about getting some pizza for dinner.
Oh, I love pizza.
My ex made a pizza and it's smelling up the whole house. And it's just like, oh, what am I gonna eat though?
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. It's I don't know, because I'm on the stupid keto, so I can't eat. I can do a pizza once in a while with my new carb pills, my anti-carb pills. But so now I'm going to drag us back into the shit because now I have to tell you about my salad tricks that I found out. So I have a new method for making salad that has just made my salad so much better. And so first one out of the gates is when you slice onions for your salad. Once you slice them, you run them through a mandolin slicer. If you slice them by hand, that's fine. But you get your sliced onions.
I don't want to make this many dirty dishes for a salad.
You don't use it's one dish. It's a mandolin slicer.
No,
you don't use a mandolin slicer?
I use a knife like a chef.
Chefs use mandolin slicers. Like that's a kitchen tool. Like what are you talking about?
You have to clean your cutting board. I don't know what kind of madness this is.
Clean my. What do you? I clean my cutting board.
I know.
You just leave it, let it get seasoned like a cast iron.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, that's okay. Anyway, so what you do is you slice these onions, right? Any way you want to slice them is fine, but what you take is those pile of sliced onions and you put them in a bowl, and then you cover that bowl with like some sort of mesh, like if you've got a strainer or anything like that. A fishing oven rack, a square oven rack is fine. And then you run cold water over it, and you just run the cold water over the onions for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then let it run out. Keep running that water, and then you take them out and you pat them dry with a paper towel or a regular towel, and the onions are like all the pungency goes away, and they're crisp and they stay fresh way longer, and they're so delicious, and it makes your salad so much better.
I feel like we're working on a 15-hour salad here.
Yeah.
Well, because that's just one part of it. Because that's just the onions. Because then what you gotta do?
This is the 8-hour prep time. Yeah.
Onions didn't make me cry till I started hormones. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I've got a trick for the onion crying thing too, which is just if you sprinkle water on the onions while you're chopping them, like if you chop the big onion and then you just splash some water on them, it'll reduce it.
Anytime
it's the vapor from the onions hits the water in your eyes, and that's what makes you cry.
You just use those fried French's onions. Whatever the recipe is, just use those instead. It's great. It's great. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you for watching Culinary Delights. I'm gonna go shoot myself.
It wasn't culinary.
This was a bonus culinary delight.
Yeah, right.
With Amanda's salad.
My salad's so good. You
sunshine
do it in
salad.
layers. You put the lettuce in and you spray it with vinegar, spray it
Oh
with
my
lemon
gosh, you're
juice, a little salt.
spraying stuff too now?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. You put your
I
red
don't think I
wine
have
vinegar
enough
in a spray
dishes for
bottle
you
and
to
your
come
lemon
stay
juice
for
in a
a
spray
month.
bottle. And you go, and that's how much you put on. And then you do it in layers. You do a layer of greens, layer of vegetables, spray, salt, pepper,
I'm gonna have
rinse, repeat about 3 or 4 times, and then you've got a perfect salad.
I'm
And then
gonna
you
have
put a little
4
dressing on
beers
the
and a
top.
bagel for dinner is really what I'm gonna have for dinner now.
So chat. You see why this is happening, right? Why I brought them on. This is great. I'm enjoying myself.
This is how I
at
do.
least so
I
much.
think you can't. Well, it's like I can't leave the house on the first try.
Mira nailed it. This is the ADHD hour. It's going to be probably a 2.5 hour show usually, and it's just unbridled ADHD. You just get to see it real time. And then later on, if you're curious, you can go back and watch the edited 4-minute video.
Yeah, right.
that comes
It's
from
gonna
it.
be
That
more
gets to
than
the
4
point.
minutes, but it's definitely gonna not be 2 hours.
I
I love all of you.
love everyone.
I love you, Lilith, and I love you, Emily, and I love you, Mira, and I love you, and it's so pleased to meet you, and I love you, Louise, and I love everyone else. And there was a couple other people. I don't want to be like I don't love you, because I do.
That's why I said, hey,
I love you,
everyone.
Stream Elements.
We do love Stream Elements. Stream
We do
Elements helped
love-
us a lot.
love
Not
Stream
we
Elements.
we haven't utilized Stream Elements for you yet, but we will. It's good stuff.
Okay.
She had enough.
It got
She had
so
enough
much
trouble with the
more.
tech. We didn't want to
Oh
overburden.
my
We'll
God.
get the other stuff.
The tech meeting. It's been so painful for the last. We've been doing that for like 3 weeks.
At least, yeah.
It's been so awful.
And the problem was
Here
we
we
were
are.
so close.
We were so
spent,
close because we were doing an entirely different thing. We had to like scrap all of that, and this is what you got. And I hope you liked it because I liked
We
it.
spent 3 weeks this close to the end and trying different things that we could just never
And
get
it just
that
like
last
everything
inch.
blew up in our face. Yeah, it was like playing the song, like Yosemite Sam playing the song on the piano with a dynamite stick in the key.
All right, I'm gonna quit yapping. Thanks, y'all. Love
All right,
you.
bye everyone.
Bye, y'all.